Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Back today for week number 10? Week 9?
Close
Week,
enough.
week
Oh,
9?
somewhere there.
So, yeah, week 9, week 10, one way or another. We're back here. Sorry we missed a couple episodes. Sorry for the audio on the one episode. We, you know, play us fuck up sometimes. But yeah, as you guys can see, we are all having the same background. We got the new Off the Balls podcast little lights here. Nick, I'm gonna get his over to him shortly. So shout out to Pete for making these for us. Freaking awesome! He made these all
VIP.
as
Thanks,
a
Pete.
test design, and we were the first product, and you love to see it. Like we love these things; they're pretty cool. But yeah, Nick, Chad, welcome as always. Welcome back to the podcast. How you guys been? How you guys' fantasy leagues been going?
I'm gonna start. Sorry. I've been itching. I've been itching to get on another one. Um, this week, this past week, I went 3-1. So
Nice,
I'm
nice.
I'm definitely on an uptick. Leaves me last couple weeks in total 8-4. So
Very
Hey,
nice.
better than I have been doing. I went through a little bit of a slump there, and I think I'm finally turning it around. Finally.
You love to see it.
you love
How,
to see it. You
how,
love to see it.
how about you, Chad? How's it been going for you?
Uh, I think in the last 3 weeks I've gone 2-1 every week, if I'm not mistaken. So 6-3. I'm good with it. I'm definitely good with it. But before that, I do want to just give a special shout out to two people that are in some of these leagues. Want to say congratulations to Nick and Natalie for on their engagement. And if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken, is today your anniversary as well?
Yeah.
Oh well,
Happy
happy
anniversary.
anniversary, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, it's priorities. I'm here.
You love to
But
see
yeah,
it.
but
You
no,
love to.
seriously,
Thank
congratulations
you.
on getting engaged.
Thank you.
Wishing you two nothing but, a life full of happiness, and I cannot wait to party with you for your wedding. Let's
He's just
go.
trying to get an invite. That's what it is. He's
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
show up to the wedding.
He's trying to get it officially on the podcast that he's invited to the wedding.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, Joe, just let me know. I'll
Just
send you my address right now.
right now.
Right now.
But don't worry, we
No,
already
but
got it.
We already got
oh,
it.
let's go.
Let's
Let's go. Yeah,
go.
no, but it's been pretty good. In the Legacy League, I have I've lost the last 3 weeks by a combined 14 points. It's been a little rough. But in my Toxic League though, I believe I am on an 7 game win streak right now.
Ooh, crushing it. Yeah.
Which is crazy because I thought I that was going to be my worst league. Yep, I'm on a 7 game win streak, and I'm 7-2 in that league, and it's crazy when you look at my team because it does not look like that strong of a team. But I have been putting up points every single week, and you love to see
You,
it. You really
you
do.
want to switch your name to Justin officially?
Officially?
For the record, he still has only lost to me. By the
Yes.
way, just he's 8-1, and that although he just barely won this week. He Herbert and I don't remember who else he had. Just barely got him enough points to win the week. It was like I think he won by less than 1 point. That's how close it was.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
jeez.
Yep.
you didn't beat me this week, so I believe I have 3 losses in that league. Um, back to back loss. No, no, not back to back losses. I lost to you, I lost to Brent, and I lost to Justin. So essentially, I lost to the other out of the top 4. I lost to the other top 3. So that league,
Yep.
we're definitely starting to pick up and start beating on the rest of the league. I think there's quite a bit of. We'll dive into it, but there's quite a bit of separation in that league at this point between the
Yeah, it's
top
it's
4 with
crazy
everybody
actually.
else. But yeah, my last week did not go so well. I went 1-5 last week, but the previous 2 weeks before that, I went 5-1 and 4-2. So I had a rough week this week. A lot of players had buys this week, especially like my important players. Christian McCaffrey was out. Travis Kelsey ended up putting up 4 points. So yeah, you're going to have a bad week if one of your superstars is out and your other superstar is giving you uh,
Well,
lack bad numbers.
you remember we talked about it all season. My week 7 was fucked. That was in that was in this. So I went 8-4.
during that week 7.
During that week 7.
You love to see
Okay,
it. You love to see
yeah,
it.
you take that. You definitely take that.
And I didn't go 0-4. I didn't go 0-4 that week. I think that week I was like 2-2, and half my starting lineup was gone. So it was. I weathered the storm.
Yeah.
GG's. You love to see it.
It's definitely going to be another rough week for me. Another round of players are going to be out, especially with the Eagles. Like that's half my ESPN league is the Eagles team. So
Eagles and Rams, I think.
Yeah. Rams are out, so no Puka Nakuas, no Cooper Cups. But I mean, they didn't do much last week. So we'll dive into that here shortly. But yeah, I mean, let's just jump right into the standings, the current standings that are going around from league to league. Let me share my screen. So we're gonna get started with Easy Dubs. So currently, Matt's sitting on top of Easy Dubs at 7-2. King Judge, Isaiah sitting at 6-3. Let's Go Barbie, Zane, who we used to be beating up on this league. He's on a 4-game win streak. So before this, he was 1-4, and then he went on a little hot streak. Now he's up to 3rd place. So congratulations to him. Shelby dropped down to 5-4. Natalie's 5-4. Damien's 5-4. I'm 4-5. Ankles in Danger. I believe that's Nick. He's sitting at 4-5. And
sorry, I played Big Dog Bites this past week, so.
And then we got Chris sitting at 3-6, and Theo getting beat up now, sitting at 1-8.
League is close.
The league is super close. I went from 3rd in this league down to 7th real quick, just because last 2 weeks I think I'm on a 2-game winning streak, and with how close this league is sitting right now, I mean, you go on any type of trend in either direction, you're getting into that top spots. So it's good. We're starting to get back into the beginning of the year schedule, so I'll be able to face the easier guys. So hopefully my team bounces back and we get back into that playoff picture. Anything that pretty much like stands out for you guys here?
Yeah, there's that big old L5 down there at the bottom.
For Theo?
Yeah. I think that needs mentioning.
Oh, I mean that's obviously he's on Loser's Island here. He got 1 win. I don't even know which week he got it in, but yeah. I mean, he's got a decent amount of points. He has the same point, or he has more points than you do. The shocking one for me is Matt. Out of the top 7 people. Yeah, I mean Chris is sitting down there too, but out of 8 people in the league, Matt has less points than. Which is,
I mean, look at his points again. Look at his points against though. Like I was actually going to say, like Let's Go Barbie, them being in 3rd with the most points against them is pretty impressive, actually.
Correct. Yeah, and then Matt's just, I don't know if people are just not performing against him or some slip ups here and there, but he's skating by on some wins. Which, I mean, hey, you take them while you get them. Correct. You can't be mad at someone. Sure. You can't be mad at someone for being 7-2.
Theo would have had to have been week 4 if he's on a 5-game losing streak. I'm just trying to figure out
who he actually beat.
Who he actually beat. Yeah, I'm trying to get there. I'm going down through the weeks. So it would have had to have been week 4. G-Dogs, no, because he played me that week. Obviously not.
I want to see who.
Oh, he beat Chris.
He beat Chris. Okay, so he beat Chris.
He beat Chris in week 4. Yeah.
Looking at these numbers, I mean, 1 loss he has against Isaiah. Isaiah beat him for 25 points, but I mean, 104 points put on him, 94 points put on him, 70 points put on him. So 123, okay, so that's a decent amount of points, but it just seems like everyone's having their worst week against Matt, and you take that 98. Oh man, that's less than a. Oh god, that's less than a point. That's rough, right there. 100 points put on me from him. So yeah, he's just catching everyone at the right time. His first loss of the season was a close one too, so 5 points. So he's only had 2 losses. I mean, both losses came within 20 points. So
that's
combined,
ridiculous.
Which is pretty crazy when you think about a 7-2 record.
Oh yeah.
So let's jump into points galore here. This is the crazy league. All three of us are in it. Sitting at the top right now is actually Chris. So congratulations to Chris, sitting at 7-2. Then we got the Wiener sitting up next to him at 6-3. That is Nick, correct?
No, that is Natalie.
That's Natalie. Okay, so Natalie's the Wiener. Dak to the Future, 5-4. That's Nick.
That is me.
Okay. Then we got Red Solo Cup. I actually dropped 2 spots in this league after my
Red Solo
loss last
dropped?
week. Red Solo dropped. Yeah, it was Cup, but I dropped him. I mean, I have to this week. So Red Solo dropped. Then we got Never Sunny in Philly. Matt sitting at 5th. We got King, which is Charles, sitting at number 6. Then we got Isaiah sitting at 7. And then Kim, the punching bag of the league, sitting at 1-8. All right. Who wants to dive into this one first?
A plus, baby. A plus.
Yeah. So-
I will say. So I was gifted a win this week. Isaiah did not start two people against me, and I would have lost if he had started even if he had started a defense. I take the L this week. So I really should be 3-6, not 4-5.
Okay, you take it though. You take it.
You know what's crazy is he still hasn't. I mean, this is his first year in this league, so he hasn't realized that like you can drop a huge name, you can drop a superstar, and still pick up someone worth anything. And he's just got to learn that. He was talking to me about it a couple weeks ago, and he's like, I was like, I dropped this person. He's like, are you serious? Why would you drop them? I'm like, I'll pick them back up, or I'll pick up someone else. Because we only have that one-man bench, so you can't just store talent.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
But what I want to talk about here,
there's so much value in free agency.
oh yeah, what I want to talk about here is the fact that Matt absolutely despises easy dubs. He doesn't care about easy dubs. He just does it because we're all in that group together, and he loves playing fantasy football with us. And this is his baby, and he's winning easy dubs, and he's 5th in this. So that's got to be killing him a little bit, just a little bit.
Yes,
Even though I guarantee he'll make it to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, everyone makes it to the playoffs in this league. So yeah, definitely. I mean, your record at this point only reflects who you're playing week 1 in the playoffs. So essentially, like, record's not important. Record is important because obviously you want the easier path to the to the championship. Like, if I'm fighting for that number 1 seed, so I'd play Kim in the playoffs round 1. You know what I'm saying?
It was,
or do they get buys?
I thought 1 and 2 got buys. I forget, man. It's been a long
actually,
time.
Click on playoffs here. We can see. All right, so as it sits right now.
Oh no, we're going full board.
Yeah, full board, because last year we got buys because it was only a 6-man league.
You know what that means? Chad can't go to the second round, guaranteed.
Guaranteed? Why can't he go to the second round?
Well, because the only time he ever makes it to the second round is when he has a bye the first round.
Oh,
valid.
Valid.
No, that's not totally true. I have won first round before. That's not 100. But,
yeah, I
but it's funny that you say that, because I was going to tell Adam after I beat him this week, I was going to be like, hey, don't sweat it too much. I'll lose to you in the semifinals anyways. I always beat Adam in regular season and then lose to him in the playoffs, so it's no big deal.
No big deal.
Adam, can you go back to the standings real quick?
Yeah, let's look at the standings.
So this is just a little blurry. Does Chris have 7,941 points?
Yes, he does.
So he has
1,000 points more than
1,000 more points than any. Wow.
Yep.
But hold on though, 2,200 of those points was weeks 5 and 6.
Yeah, he had back-to-back. So he had a 1,200 point week, and then he had a 1,000 point week.
I mean, it's still crazy that he is 1,000 points ahead of the next closest person, though. And
100%.
But he's only 2,200 points above last place.
only 2,200 points.
Damn, Adam, you've had the most points against you, huh?
Yeah, I've had the most points. So the next closest person would be Nick. He's 300 behind me, but yeah, people love scoring on me in this league, which I do put up a good amount of points. I have the third, fourth most scored.
Chad has 69-74.
I have 70. Oh yeah, okay. So Chad,
they like scoring against the podcast.
They do like scoring against the podcast. It's collusion.
Actually,
Yeah,
no. Kim,
I don't know why they treat us like that. We're out
Yeah.
here doing this
Ki-
for the people, and then that's how they repay us. It's crazy.
Kim's been scored on more than me too, so I'm all right. They just like to beat up on you too.
Oh, okay. So it's just me and Chad. They're like, oh yeah, we'll
Yeah,
play our good players this week. We
yeah,
won't
yeah, yeah,
leave
yeah.
anybody on the bench. But yeah, besides Chris here though, the rest of the league we're all scoring around the same. The only one that's the outlier is Kim, and she definitely is the problem. I'm pretty sure it's her at this point. She was
Hmm.
predicted to go 13-1. I think she's more likely to go 1-13. So
Yikes.
She's at so you guys will see it in a little bit. She's just having a rough all around all around season.
all around season.
Yeah, she's
You
in
hate to
two
see it.
leagues. She's in two leagues, and
It's one of those years. I had that year last year, so
yeah,
I definitely feel you.
yes.
So we'll jump into the Living Legacy. This is the Dynasty League. Right now we
Mm-hmm.
have God damn it, Zane sitting at number 1 at 6-3. Matt sitting right behind him at 6-3. Then we have Legrassi Wiener sitting right behind them at 6-3. Then we have Lorenzo sitting right behind them at 6-3.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah, super tight except for the bottom. So we're going at Chad sitting at 5-4, Nick sitting at 4-5. I'm sitting at 2-7 in this league, and then Natalie is sitting at 1-8. Yikes!
Um, there's something else I need to point out. It's that big glaring. Is that Theo at the? Is that Theo in eighth?
Huh?
Is
Theo?
that Theo?
That's
Oh,
Natalie.
I just saw a
Oh,
5 game losing streak, and I thought,
yeah. So Theo and Natalie are both hanging out on Losers Island, different leagues respectively. But Natalie, yeah, she's getting beat up in this league.
oh,
She's unfortunately just not scoring. Like she has the average amount of points scored against her, maybe a little like second highest, but yeah, she's just not scoring points. We'll
oh,
maybe dive into her team here a little bit.
I
Um,
want to put a chart up that
Damn,
says
Adam, you've
I,
sorry.
I want to put a chart up that says have scored 1,000 points this season, and put everybody's names in there.
but Natalie's.
Yeah. Adam, you've had so many points scored against you compared to anybody else. It's
Dude,
crazy.
yeah, everybody in this league have their best week against me.
Dude, dude.
I've scored 150 in this league, and then the person I'm playing scores 160. So yeah, this one's
Dude,
been
go
rough.
go can you go show my last 3 weeks
Let's see the
if you don't
last
mind?
three. Yeah,
Like
Arizona.
this has been brutal, honestly.
Let's see. So week 9. Oh shit. Hold on. Week 9. At least you're facing Natalie this week, so looking good. All right, so losing by 5 points to Lorenzo, or
Yep.
less than 5. Then week 8, I believe you lost to me. Oh no, you lost to Matt. Week 8
Oh,
by oh my
Yep.
god,
half a point.
half a point.
Yeah, that shit hurt.
That
That
shit
shit
hurt.
hurt.
And then
Yeah,
week
and at that
7,
point in time, we were both tied for first at that. Like, he was first and I was second, and yeah, and then I lost to you by 10. So
yeah,
3 weeks, total of 15 points, 3 losses.
Ooh,
Brutal. And it's not even
brutal,
actually a total of 15 points. I think it was like 14.54 or something like that. It's brutal.
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 Yeah, I mean,
It'd be that way.
it'd be like that. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you have a good
oh
week, and
my
just someone just has a little bit
goodness.
better. But
Yep.
yeah,
Like I'm putting up points. It's just I'm just bad luck. That's
bad
all.
luck. Bad luck Bears. Let's see who
Uh-oh.
Natalie has on her team. So maybe why we can see why the causes of.
Oh, there you go. Starting off, Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just figured I'd get it out of the way before you guys did.
I mean, but Dak Prescott. I mean, he's not the worst. Like if you need a quarterback, he's definitely one of the better quarterbacks. I think losing Justin Fields obviously hurt her a lot. Um,
Hmm.
but I mean,
Hmm.
Zeke's not a strong running back. Brees Hall's been doing a lot better lately. Tyler Lockett, Metcalf. I don't know what's going on really much over there with them. Doesn't seem like they're scoring as much as they normally would.
It's
Dalton
Gino
Schultz.
this year is not Gino last year.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're definitely not putting up the points. He has quite a bit on IR. I mean, Aaron Rodgers probably got early. Nick Chubb's on IR. Kyron Williams on IR. Devontae Adams hasn't been doing anything. Gary Terry. I mean, he's almost doing as much as Devontae Adams, DeAndre Swift. I mean, he's decent right now. Russell Wilson, but Justin Fields. She has a lot of quarterbacks. Seems like she needs to get a little bit more other positions. But yeah, it's going rough for Natalie. She's on Loser's Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just glad I'm not there with her anymore.
While we're here, and I don't know if you can do this, if you can see my week 7 lineup,
Yes,
because you saw that right now, isn't Zane winning this whole thing?
correct. Zane is winning this whole thing.
Okay, but there's no way to see my bench that week.
Here we go.
Look at who I had to leave on the bench that week.
Burrow, Lamb, Chase, Mixon, Pollard. Yeah,
My whole starting lineup.
And Debo was out that week.
And Debo was out that week. So my whole starting lineup, I didn't play a defense. And look at the score.
Oh man, if you played a defense, you win.
You know what's worse is the Vikings defense was available, and I missed it by about a minute and a half picking them up to do that.
Damn. You hate to see it.
But I almost beat Zane on my week 7 fucking Bimageddon.
You hate to see it because Darren Waller actually did good that week. He gave you 22.
Yeah.
Like that's what you need from your tight end when the rest of your team's out.
Like I was picking up players left and right. I was like trying to figure out who I can drop or whatever. I was trying to see like I was hoping that Debo would have went on IR before they played the Vikings.
Gotcha, so you can move him over.
And he didn't. And so I was like trying to figure out like what can I do, and I missed it by about a minute and a half because I would have had to have dropped Debo and pick up the Vikings defense, who would have crushed it. That they actually did really well that week. So
yeah, depending, like you could have dropped the Cowboys defense in the hopes that you can get them back, but I mean, I think taking a loss this week is better than dropping anybody on your bench.
Well, I figured I was going to get crushed that week. You know, we talked about it all season, like, oh, week 7 in this week specifically. I'm like, I'm fucking screwed.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, you almost had it.
Yeah.
But Zane's
been wanting to talk about this one for 3 weeks.
Zane's been popping off lately, though. So, like, I mean, he started out real rough.
This is how he started popping off.
Yeah, you know, he got that confidence in. He started winning games. It's crazy. He started talking to his guys. Let's jump into the Toxic League here. We have currently sitting at top. Justin 8-1, only lost to Chad. Chad sitting at 7-2. Good job, Chad. Way to turn around in this league.
7-game win streak, baby.
7-game win streak. You know, started off 0-2. You thought your team wasn't going to do anything. Look at you now.
It's crazy. I still don't get it, and like, it's not even a fluke either. Like I've put up points. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I would still defend it as a fluke.
No, I mean he's been putting up points every week. He's got the third highest amount of points. So yeah, you love to see it. Brent sitting at 5-4, and Brent is on a 4-game losing streak. So welcome to Loser's Island, Brent.
Brent.
Don't worry, you will have a special guest here with you shortly. Jay Ray sitting at 4-5 on a 2-game win streak. Chris sitting at 4-5. The Disappointment sitting at 4-5. So we have this guys right here in the middle that, you know, any 1-game swing is going to push them into that 4th position. And then we got Jonah sitting down here at 3-6 on a 5-game losing streak. Jonah started off hot. He started off 3-1, so this is rough.
Can we talk about that as well? Can you maybe do a shout out here as well?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Jonah, welcome to Loser's Island. Don't worry, you are not alone. No, that's not what the shout out. Oh, the shout out for like happy wedding. Is that
Yeah,
Memorial? Oh, I mean that was at the beginning of October. We just barely had their party last week, but yeah,
yeah, but
congratulations.
we didn't mention it on here once.
Did we not
You're a
mention
terrible
it?
friend.
I'm the
No.
worst friend. I don't know why people like me. But yeah, congratulations, Jonah, on your wedding. I was glad to celebrate it with you last weekend.
I'm sorry I had to miss it.
He's not sorry. He hates you,
No,
Jonah. He told me in
I
person. It was
100%,
crazy.
I 100%, man, it was Natalie's fault. She wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But no, we had a good time. Went over there, just saw them for a little bit, came home. But it was nice. It was nice being able to like see my boy after he got married because they actually went on like a vacation to get married. So that was awesome. The pictures came out really nice, and congratulations to Jonah and his wife. Love you both. We all love you guys. But yeah, you're still on Losers Island. You suck. But
Hey,
yeah, there we go.
congrats, Jonah, but fuck you.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
Jonah. Fuck you.
You losers island, biatch.
He really did start off hot too. You were just like he started off good. He beat me week 1. You were just like, oh, Jonah's got a good team this week, and then my man just fell apart. He just
Yeah.
fell apart.
Fell apart. And I think he's another one of the Kareem or the Nick Chubb. I think he lost Nick Chubb. He made a few trades. I actually got Derrick Henry off him, and then Derrick Henry started popping off. So that was good for me, but bad for Jonah. And then I turned Derrick Henry into Jamar Chase. So you love to see it.
Bullshit.
You love to see it.
Such bullshit.
I
The
have
most
made
bullshit trade in the league.
0 trades this season. I've just been running off of draft and waiver wire, and I don't know if it's good or bad. I can't give you an honest consensus of it. But
Well,
normally I make a bunch of trades. But Zane sent me one the other day. He's like, "Let me give you Deshaun Watson, and you give me oh, who did he try going after? It was in holy cow. Give me a second. Tank Dell.
take
He's
Dell.
like, I'll give you Deshaun Watson. You give me Tank Dell. And I'm like, I'm trash ass Deshaun Watson. Like, I'd rather run with Derek Carr on my bench than Deshaun Watson. Like, Deshaun Watson to me is like, I don't trust him. I
No,
don't trust him
absolutely.
massaging me. I don't trust him throwing the football for me. But yeah, he sent me Tank Dell for Deshaun Watson. I'm like, I don't want fucking Deshaun Watson. So I sent him a trade back that was Tank Dell for Justin Jefferson, and he didn't accept.
Oh, I mean, obviously it's 1 for 1, perfect. I don't understand
That's what
why
I'm
he didn't
saying.
accept that. How dare him?
Tank Dell has more projected points this week. Just saying.
Just saying. Obviously,
Just saying.
Justin Jefferson's not going to help you win now.
Mm.
But yeah, so then we have Mr. Spider, which is Georgie, who was in the finals last year, actually sitting at 3-6 currently. And then we have Gabe, who I don't think has ever had a positive record in the 4 years that we've made this league. So yeah,
Nope.
this guy just donates money to hang out with his friends, which you love to see it. You love to see it.
Hold on
But
though. Can we really talk shit about Gabe this week?
yeah,
Yes.
he's on a
Okay.
2 loss streak, sitting at 1-8. Yeah, we could talk shit about Gabe.
Yeah.
No,
he's on Losers Island.
I just wanted to reiterate the fact. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were full in on it. That's cool.
Yeah, like this guy's 1-8.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got Patrick Mahomes on his team.
I didn't want to tell you not to talk shit to him this week. I was just having you double down on yeah, we're good with it.
Yeah, we're good. We're good hurting Gabe. But
Yeah.
I mean, besides Patrick Mahomes, got a lot of. I mean, DJ Moore's doing good.
Pittman was doing okay.
Yeah, Pittman is. I mean, Pittman's
Douglas,
doing. He's only like 12 points behind Moore, so that's not bad.
Douglas is a waiver wire pickup recently. He's starting to pop off, but he's got. I mean, look at his quarterback situation. Deontay Foreman did well, but I don't see why. Oh well, he ought to try to trade away CJ Stroud. I'm sure someone would go for it.
I mean, after that last week game, a lot of people need some quarterbacks, especially like with the buys coming up. So you probably get something for CJ Stroud. But this is
Speaking of
like these
quarterbacks,
are inflated numbers though, because what? I mean, he would have had 100 points or 100-ish points last week.
mhm.
And got what, 40 points? 5
Speaking of
touchdowns, 500
quarterbacks,
yards.
did you watch the Vikings game last week? You're
The Vikings.
Dobbs come in and just
Oh,
destroy. I watched it happen. I watched the injury happen. We were at the airport coming back from Texas, and I'm watching it, and Kim is like, you know what? She's a Cardinals fan, but she's like, I wish they would have got rid of Kyler Murray. I wish they would have kept Dobbs. I'm not far away from her because I really like Dobbs. I really like who he is as a person. I think he's a really decent quarterback, but I'm also not on the Kyler Murray hype train, so it helps with that. But she goes, "Oh man, I wish I could watch Dobbs play this week since the other guy's starting." And then like 2 plays later, I think Kim willed it into their quarterback getting hurt.
I mean, the post game interview was funny with Dobbs. He's like, I don't even know these guys' names. He's like, I was just
Yeah,
throwing into purple jerseys. I just got here last week, which is fucking.
yeah,
I mean, that's what you want in your quarterback to come in and fucking don't know the
mhm.
system, just fucking get you a win. So
But that
Vikings,
makes me think like, how bad is Kirk Cousins actually if he couldn't do that with having chemistry with these guys?
I, I don't know, man. Kirk Cousins,
Is Josh Dobbs an elite to Kirk Cousins?
no, I don't think so.
No, it's. I mean, we can't be talking like that yet. I
Yeah,
mean, he's. He didn't really win with Arizona. Um, and like that was a crazy game that they won there. It wasn't
Well,
like
he could win. Hey, he could win one week. Trust me.
yeah. Well, Cowboys are just scared of birds. I don't know what to tell you. They see birds teams and they just seize up.
Let's
the
not.
Cowboys got a guaranteed win this week though.
But you know what though? It's another trap. It's another trap game.
No, you haven't watched the Giants games. It's not a trap game.
No, they fell apart.
The Giants cannot move the ball on offense at all. I promise you.
I've
There's no
watched the
trap
Cardinals
here.
games.
Dude, that the Giants. So I think it was 2020 or either 2021. I don't remember. The Giants over the last 8 games of the season scored a total of 75 points, with 21 of those points coming in one game. And I
I don't
thought
get
that was going to
ESPN.
be, I thought that was going to be the worst offensive like stretch of games that I've ever seen in my life.
That was week one.
We are on the verge of round 2 of this right now. That's how bad they are.
Yeah, I mean, just
It's not even watchable.
watching that Jets Giant game was rough as fuck. Like, what was there a total of like 20 punts that game? It was ridiculous. No one
Uh,
can move the
That was
ball.
ridiculous.
it was the record. It was the NFL record for punts in a game. That was maybe one of the worst football games I've ever watched in my life. And like, don't get me wrong, the ending was obviously like crazy how that all like went down and everything. But in terms of like watching 4 quarters of football, it was unbearable to
Yeah,
watch.
you're watching
It was unbearable.
you're watching more commercials than football at that point with all the
Can
punts.
Yes.
you live in solace though, knowing that everyone in your state felt the same way?
No,
No, fuck them.
no. No, I actually wish that Aaron Rodgers didn't get hurt because I wish that I could watch what that team would do if they actually had a quarterback other than
Um,
Zach. Can we even call Zach Wilson a quarterback? He had like
yeah.
2 good weeks there, and I was like, oh, he's like moving forward. And then these last 2 weeks, he's just looked like hot
I
garbage.
hold on, Adam. You can queue up ESPN while we
Yep,
talk
yep, yep.
actual football. I think I think Zach Wilson is better than Aiden O'Connell. I would pick him before Aiden O'Connell. I would pick him before who's the new Cardinals quarterback
That
interim?
the rookie, uh,
Yeah, I
fucking Clayton.
I yep, I would take him before him. And that's
Murray's
it.
starting this week, right?
Murray is supposed to start. He's activated, ready to go.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, he's ready to go. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But we'll jump into the ESPN league. This is the armchair quarterbacks. This is Brent's league. So right now, sitting on the top is Team Cisco at 6-3. Niner game sitting at 6-3 as well. Then I am sitting at 5-4. Saints and Sinners sitting at 5-4. Game of Throws, which is Chris sitting at 4-5. Florida touchdowns 4-5. Sunday nights 4-5. Brent 4-5. GZMD 4-5. Actually, no, sorry. Loose passes is Chris. He is sitting
Mhm.
at 3-6. Game of Thrones is actually Xavier. So Xavier turned around because he was definitely on the lower end. I've had a couple rough weeks in this league, but I mean it's just all over the place. If you look down here for the points scored, I mean I think it's pretty much average around the board. I don't see really any outliers besides Chris. I mean, Jeezy's been winning some close games. He's sitting at 909, but he only has 970 scored on him. The one that's getting scored on the most has got to be Xavier. Xavier puts up points. I mean, but he's only 20 points. There's only a 20-point differential from
Like
wins to
25,
losses.
right?
Yeah, 25 ish. But yeah,
Hey,
so that's rough.
scroll up a little bit. So this is the one thing I like NFL better than I like ESPN, but that playoff percentage there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I also love seeing that Chris has a 3% chance.
He has a 3% chance of going to the playoffs here. I don't know. Like I don't really the playoff percentage for this ESPN doesn't really seem accurate to me. Um, every week it flips so much. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like more towards once we get towards like the end of the season, it's gonna be like locked in. But like
Well,
I
that's
mean,
the 4 and 5s, 5 and 4. Like
yeah, like
it,
all these
that's
4 and 5s.
everywhere.
Like Chris is one game back from these guys. So it's like 3% to make the playoffs. Like he goes on a run, wins 3-4 games in a row. You know, he's right up there with like a 70 or what 50% chance of making the playoffs. So it's just like you can't really with a league this tight. I don't think you really like mathematically take anybody out of the playoffs currently. Because I mean, last place is a one game out from what fifth place
Right?
essentially. Which is fucking crazy. But
You know what? I love leagues like that though.
yeah, I love leagues where it's super close. Everyone, I mean, we don't have any 1-8. We don't have any 2-7. So I mean, be one game back from joining the mid pack is pretty crazy at this point in the league.
Hmm.
But yeah,
You
so
want a little heater at the end, and you're good.
yeah, you're in the playoffs, which you love to
Hmm.
see. So Chris ain't doing that bad there. So we'll jump into House of Cards. So this is actually so sorry. The other one's Xavier's league. This is Brent's league. So we have East and West. Currently, 46 Too Fast and Quatch Rocket are on the top of the East at 6-3. Then we got Team Virgil 5-4. Put me in Coach at 4-5. I'm sitting at 3-6. For shows of my nizzle sitting at 2-7 in the East. And then we got in the West, we got Team Deniners, I believe, which is Derek's team. He's been popping off, so he's sitting at 8-1. Then we got Brent sitting at 5-4. Game of Throws Shelly at 4-5. Team Weeks 4-5. Miss Ebbs sitting at 4-5, and the 12-year-old sitting at 3. So like this is one where I don't agree with the playoffs percentages. Like I'm sitting at 12% to make it to the playoffs, but I'm one game back. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Because they do. It's because they do by division.
by divisions, yeah. So like
Yeah.
I'm outscoring quite a bit of these people on this side, and this is the side where I'm getting the wins. It's just my side is a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit stronger than the other side. So that's why I'm sitting at 12% right now. But I believe it's the top 6 teams of
Mm.
everything that goes. So not just top 3 from one side, top 3 from the other. But
Oh, really?
I could be wrong. If I look at the playoff bracket right now, it looks like so winners bracket 6, yeah. So West Division, West Division. So yeah, so right now we have 4 from the East Division and 2 from the West Division making it. So essentially,
What's the
it's
point of the divisions then?
yeah, no clue, no clue.
Why? Yeah. Why even have them if you're not gonna?
Couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you about ESPN, guys. I don't
Who,
fucking
who
like this
runs?
app. I don't. I'm never playing an ESPN league
Yeah.
again.
Well, I mean, I do every year, but who's running this league?
This one is, I believe it's. I don't know if it's
You
Brent.
said
I don't think Brent's actually running it. He's just the one that invited me to this league. I don't think
Okay, well, whoever's running it, get fucking better.
Get fucking better. I mean, I like it because it doesn't go off of essentially who did the best in each side, like 3-3.
That's what a divisional league is for.
It is what it's for, but I mean, if you have someone skating in at 4-5 over here when there's multiple teams above 500 over here,
Welcome to the NFL.
well, I mean, you could almost,
Seriously.
yeah, I guess you could almost defeat that by adding another two.
Welcome to the
teams.
AFC South.
AFC South, this fucking guy. But no, I mean, you could defeat that by essentially. I mean, it's a 12-man league. Like, I think at least 8 people should make it into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Yeah. So then you can have your 4-4. So no matter what, like the bottom 2 of each side don't make it in.
Yep.
But I mean, that's something we can consider next year with one of the leagues that a 10-man league. Maybe do some divisions, see how that plays out.
I think. Well, I was actually meaning to talk about that with Legacy.
The legacy, okay. One of my divisions
Yeah.
in there. Little
Yeah, I
division
think if we want to do it like the NFL, we've got to do divisions. We're trading draft picks, we're trading all that kind of stuff. I think divisions is a necessity.
Okay. I see it. I see it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But we'll do it the correct way, where the top 3 from each side go in, not just the top 6.
Well, I think it's going to be a 12-man league too, isn't it?
Is it a
Or do we want to leave it at 10?
We can go at
If
12.
it stays at well, right now we got 8 just while we're trying it, but if we end up going 10, it's definitely a 6-man. If we go 12, it's a 8-man. So we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But you want
Figure
to
it out.
jump into your ESPN league here?
Sure can.
All right.
You.
That nice background. Whoa. Thanks again, Pete.
Hey.
We appreciate you. We are good. You're good to go.
Sweet. Yeah, good, because I can't see. All righty. So before I start actually going into this, I've actually got to say that I have been messaged on the side, and I've had my hand slapped, and I need to recant on some statements I've made during the podcast this season.
Okay. Let's see.
Alexis, Team Chicken Nugget, did not come in last season. I said it multiple times. She's the worst by far. She deserved to come in last, but she didn't. She beat someone last year. Sorry for them. Like, they deserved to beat her, and they lost. So, although she was the absolute dog shit worst last season, she did not come in last. So
Okay.
I recant my statement.
All right, that's bad of you to do. I mean, I wouldn't have done it. I would have rode that to the death. But all right.
Well, no. I mean, she deserved 100%. She deserved to be in last place. I'm not stopping that. I'm not taking that back at all. But she did not. So, I said, I'll fix it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, so this one we do have divisions as well. So up on the East, Michael is 7-2. He has been on. I don't even know what his. I think we can see it here. Oh, 1 game win streak, but I think before that it was like 4 or 5. Like, he was on a heater. But so up in the East, you got Michael, Rocky Point Sand Sharks. Second place, you got Chicken Nugget, Alexis, the absolute dog shit of last season. Third, you got a burrito. That is Juan. No, Jose. I don't know, one of those names. Team Verdugo's in 4th year, 4-5. So, like I was talking, 4-5, 5-4. That's what you see all these other leagues. This league is not like that, and I don't know if I like it or hate it. Down here in 5th in the East, you got Adrian, Odell Squad, and then Kim, 2-7. I said she was in 2 leagues. She's got it rough. I think she's on a 3-game lose streak here.
Ooh,
so I mean,
before. All that.
Yeah,
we'll mention it.
That's that's Gracie. That's Gracie. I don't like to talk shit on Gracie because one of these 2 victories is against me.
Oh.
So I like to leave that out a little bit as I mention it. But on the West here, which is the division I'm in, it's a rough division to be in. So you've got 3 teams at 6-3, one at 5-4, and then the punching bags. Sorry, Gracie. But so you got Luis here, Ball Fondlers, 6-3. He was way up ahead. He's scoring points like crazy. I think
He's at 1,200
right
points.
here, he's at 1,200 points on the season. Like he was just going popping off, and then now he's kind of taking a downturn. But we'll see if this trade goes through for him. I was talking to you guys about it earlier. It might help him out a little bit at the end of the season. Rachel Baldeco rules. I mean, she's got 1,000 points, but she was on a. She dropped down and then had like a tear streak. So, and then we got myself and Emic at the Disco, 6-3. So we got 3 teams at 6-3. Like I think points wise. Oh, here we go. Points wise, I mean, you got like I almost think we could bring 4 from the West, but that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, your top 8 are all pretty close here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's crazy. So you got Lorenzo here, Lizzie and Lorenzo, 5-4, and then you got Saletha pulling out 2 wins. Remember we talked about it how I couldn't give Saletha too much crap because she had her grandson running the team, and
Yeah.
it's good for him. Get him into fantasy football young. That's what I love to see it. But
You love to see it.
yeah, and then Gracie down here 2-7 as well. But yeah, like you said, Chad. I mean, the difference in top 8 is, I mean, let's see, Lorenzo, or let's see, Juan and Annabella here pull out another win, and they're going to shoot up a couple of positions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Based off their points, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Because they're 4-5 right now, but
You love the 3-game win streak.
You do. I was looking at that.
thank you.
Yeah, you love to see it.
I had a rough couple weeks in this league. I did not start off too well. Jonathan Taylor came back, helped me out a little bit. Although I did have Zach Moss, so but no, it's turning around. This is the league. This is the one with the trophy. This is the big money league. So I don't put too much into each league, like into any league over the other, but I am happy when I'm doing good in this one.
If you're happy, I'm happy. Just so you know.
Don't say that thing when I'm drinking, man. But yeah, no, this dude, I want you to see. Let's see if I can't. Let's see if I can't. You guys can see this, right?
Yep.
Because when I click on things, it goes away on my screen. So this is Michael's team. Michael's got a fucking hell of a team. He's got Josh Allen, Joe Mixon, Alexander Madison, who's okay week to week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's on and off. But he's got DK Metcalf, Keenan Allen. He's got Evan Ingram. He picked up Trey McBride because he was starting to do things. I mean, he's no Travis Kelce,
No, not even
but
close.
no, he's got Jerry Judy. But like, he's got a hell of a starting view. But at the same time, it shouldn't be. I don't think he should be in the position that he's in with what he's got.
Yeah,
He's got a good team.
He's got a good team. He doesn't have a strong bench, though, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, he's. I don't. I mean, he's made some drops and pickups and stuff like that, but I don't see this being the top team in the league. But it is, just like yours, Chad. This is a weird season. Like you're toxically, you thought, oh, I'm going to be absolute dog shit in this league.
Yep.
And you're on a 7-game win streak. Like this to me doesn't scream like first place, but at the same time, he's winning.
Yeah.
So
I mean, is the common denominator Josh Allen? Don't you have Josh Allen in Toxic League?
Well, what's crazy is I feel like Josh Allen is not having that good of a year, but he's the number one fantasy quarterback.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, which is like, I don't know, it's weird to me. I don't even know how to explain it. Like he's got 40 more points than Mahomes does on the season, which is like kind of I mean, Mahomes is kind of having, statistically at least, a little bit of a down year, but I mean, I don't know. It's as I feel like is every year. This has been a weird year overall.
Doesn't Theo normally pick up Josh Allen? Does he have him in?
I can double check real quick.
Because that will give you your answer. He normally picks him up early. He does have Josh Allen, so no, Josh Allen is not the key.
Josh Allen is not the key. Well, I mean, he has a lot of Buffalo Bills players on his team. How does he not? He's got Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. What's going on with Theo?
Dalton Kincaid.
I just don't think his running back situation is the best over there.
I mean, he has James Conner.
Yeah, but James Conner also is on IR.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Joe Mixon
just
hasn't
because
been doing much since.
Just because he doesn't have legs.
And then, I mean, DeAndre Hopkins has been popping off lately, but besides that, there's not much besides the Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs combo.
Who the hell is Keaton Mitchell? Does he even exist?
That's not a real person. He's got 22 points this year. He's not real.
That was all in last week.
That was all in last week. But let's go ahead and dive into a quick session of the top players in every category we're in week 9 now. So no surprise, as we all just commented on, Josh Allen sitting at number 1 in quarterbacks. Then it goes Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, which I don't think anybody's surprised on those 4 right there. I think those 4 were drafted early. Those guys they have run capability. That's the reason why they put up so many points in fantasy football. Yep. Then we got Tua sitting at number 5. Sam Howell.
There.
CJ Stroud.
This is where we get to the weird spot. Sam Howell.
Yeah. Dude, he puts up yards and he's got a decent amount of touchdowns this year.
Yeah. I mean, he's sitting at 14 passing touchdowns, 157 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. So, I mean, you take that.
I would not have. Beginning of the season, you say Sam Howell is up there?
I mean.
No, I wasn't buying that.
I don't even know what league this is in, but he's available.
Stroud has only thrown 1 interception this whole. No fucking way.
He's thrown 1 interception this whole week. But like I said,
wow.
This is the one that gets me right here because he's sitting at 157. What did he have last week? 41 points. So, I mean, he's been doing good. So, 10, 21, 21, 20, 14, 14, 12, and then 41. So, I mean, he's been a solid...
14.36 2 weeks in a row?
14.16 2 weeks in a row. Exact same number.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. But he jumps from a 12-point week to a 41-point week. So he definitely got inflated here a little bit going into this top 10 prediction. But then we have Justin Herbert that's sitting all the way down at number 8. We got Kirk Cousins at 9. And then we got the no eyebrows himself sitting at number 10. Who would have fucking thought?
Mr. Alopecia.
Keep my quarterback's name out your motherfucking mouth. But no, I mean, he's sitting at number 10. He came in, took the job over for Kirk Cousins after the other quarterback went down. Led him on a last minute drive to win the game. But he, like, even statistically, he's sitting 0.3 behind Kirk Cousins right now.
Which is crazy because Kirk Cousins was, I think, the best quarterback in the league for the first 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks.
Yep. Yeah.
He's got those 4 rushing touchdowns, which definitely helps in the 324 rushing yards.
Oh, for sure. That's definitely inflating it. He does not have anywhere near the passing yards as the rest of the top 10. But I mean, the sad thing to me is, like, this is a quarterback position. Tua has less interceptions than everybody but Lamar Jackson. I guess the bottom guys here. But like the top guys, he's got less interceptions than all those guys. He's got more passing touchdowns than all those guys, but only 33 rushing yards. So he's sitting back 50 points compared to
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen because of the no threat to run. It's just wild to me in a position where your job is to throw the ball. He's rated fifth
Yeah.
out of fantasy relevance.
But I think
Yeah.
from what I've seen in the last couple of weeks, I wouldn't be surprised if he drops down further.
Yeah. The Miami's had a couple rough weeks, but I mean they've also played some really good teams as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and yes and no. I don't think his passing goes down. I just think just the threat of him not running is starting to add up for Miami because
Mm-hmm.
a chain's down, so they're relying a lot more on Mostart. So teams have figured it out. If they shut down the
Mm-hmm.
run game, like force Tua to pass the ball, it's a little bit easier.
Yep.
But yeah, anything else that shocks you guys here besides the Sam Howell, C.J. Stroud?
I mean, I will say I'm actually surprised that Stafford is not in the top 10.
Uh, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's down here. He's what? Probably what?
Oh, he's
20th.
he's having a terrible season.
Yeah, he's at 111 points. I mean, he is dealing with that finger issue currently. But other than that, like, yeah, he's barely cracking the top 25 down here. Geno Smith, 24th or the 25th.
But
Um,
let me mention that Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow are both behind Jordan Love and Russell Wilson.
and Baker Mayfield and Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
they
T-Law's not really having that great of a year, huh?
no, he is not. He's not.
But they're still good though.
Yeah, I mean they're winning games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're doing something right over there. He's just not fantasy relevant. I mean, Joe Burrow was not fantasy relevant for the first 4 games of the season, but
Yeah, it was rough.
lately he's been turning it on. So I see him getting into the top 10 by the end of the season if they keep playing at the pace they're playing. They definitely started
Yep.
clicking over there, which is good for Cincinnati. But yeah, let's jump into running backs here. To no one's surprise, Christian McCaffrey is number one. Raheem Mostart, number two. Travis Etienne, number three. Then we got Josh Jacobs at 4. DeAndre Swift at 5. Zach Moss, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Isaiah Pacheco, and then I believe it is Kenneth Walker sitting at 10th. All right, so I'll jump right into this one. This one's the one that surprises me. Mostart sitting at
Yeah.
number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone. I think people that even got Mostart were not expecting him to do what he's been.
No, especially with the well, I mean, to your point, I mean, Tua doesn't run, so is it really surprising?
I think it's surprising in the fact that they have a committee over there and how good Mostart's doing. But a chain was doing good as well, and it was a committee. So it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
is it that the line's that good, or is it that like they just have that 1-2 punch combo that Cleveland had for a while?
So none of this really surprises me, besides the one you just pointed out. What does surprise me is that Bijan Robinson, who started off gangbusters, is way down there. I mean,
Oh, they don't use him.
well, the one week, I mean, he had a headache, and then the one week he just sat out, and then the one week is like. But I also, and I gotta point this out, and sorry to do my team dirty like this, but Tony Pollard, the fact that he's down there is surprising to me.
He
Yeah,
has not had a good year.
I had a
He
good
is
year.
not. He found a way. He found a way to go gangbusters until they get rid of Zeke. He found a way for me to say, you know what? The Cowboys really needed Zeke. And I never wanted to say that.
Oof. Oof. I mean, but we could probably look to see where Zeke is on this. I mean, Zeke is probably not anywhere in the top 50 yet.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no,
he's
I mean,
well, he
been
is
barely
okay.
used.
Yeah, he's top 50 right here, sitting at 61 points this league. But that's also, I mean, he went over there for that reason. Stevenson's obviously their number one. I mean, he was going to be the number two no matter what. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just shocking to me. Some of these names in here is shocking to me, like the Isaiah Pacheco, the Raheem Mostart, the Kenneth Walker. This kid was looking good at the end of last season, so I didn't. It's not really
Mm-hmm.
that much of a shock
Yeah.
for me. But I mean, there's some big names in here that are in the top 20 that haven't cracked it in that top 10, like Bijan Robinson. A lot of people's invested their first round picks on him. Tony Pollard, Joe Mixon. I mean, we go down here. Saquon Barkley is sitting at 23rd right now. Mar Gibbs
Well, look
sitting
at the
25th.
forward. I mean, talk about situational.
Yeah.
You would have never seen that name if Chubb hadn't went down. But I'm surprised that you're still seeing that name that Kareem Hunt came back.
Oh, 100%.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's doing good over there. He's doing good. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I this is a list. I think the top 10 is going to be the most changed by the end of the season, just because some of these guys are going to go back to getting healthy. I mean, we saw Derrick Henry. I mean, Derrick Henry is where is he sitting at right now? I mean,
Number 8.
He's already cracking the top 10, and he didn't play half the goddamn season. So he's getting in there. I see Jonathan Taylor probably jumping up on this list. He's been having some good games. I think he's already he's sitting at 30th right now. Austin Eckler's, I mean,
he was hurt for a few games though.
yeah, Austin Eckler, David Montgomery, they're just outside the top 25. But I mean, they've been hurt, so we'll see that bounce back. I mean, Eckler always gets his touches. He's kind of like McCaffrey.
Yep.
He's guaranteed at least one touchdown a game as long as he's playing, as long as he's healthy. But yeah, there's
2 this last week.
two last week. Love to see it. Anything else for running backs, guys?
No, I mean, I think the only thing that I will say is DeAndre Swift. I mean, he's got the yards, right, to like justify that, but he had 3 touchdowns in one game. He had like one monster game, and I feel like he's just been okay in almost every other game this season. So I feel like I expect DeAndre Swift to drop down this list a little bit. Outside of that, though, you know, that's almost the only like little tidbit that I have for that.
You see Zach Moss getting out of the top 10 now that Jonathan Taylor is getting back into his workload.
Yeah, I think that they both settle into the top 20 by the end of the season.
Yeah, I can concur with that. But
I love
yeah,
when you concur with me.
oh my god, I'll concur with you all day. Let's jump into
Oh
the wide
my God.
receivers. So we got Tyreek Hill sitting at number 1. I think everyone obviously knew that. And then we
Yep.
got AJ Brown sitting at number 2, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Puka Nakua, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Thielen, DJ Moore, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown to round out the 10.
I think Thielen and DJ Moore are my
Surprises.
surprises.
Thielen and DJ Moore for sure. I mean, DJ Moore, he had potential last year as well, but
With no quarterback.
with no quarterback. So now he's got he had Justin Fields. And I think it was Justin Fields when he had that game that he popped off for 51 points ish.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Tell you what, I think I'd rather take what's the new kid, Badgett?
Badgett over Justin Fields.
Oh.
Hold on, he'll be right back. But he had to throw up.
He'll
his
be
mouth.
right back.
He had to throw up in his mouth a little bit after saying that. But yeah, I mean, so what about surprises for you? I mean, Puka Nakua, obviously for me.
You know what I will say? Keenan Allen being at number 4 is surprising. Don't get me wrong. I expect Keenan Allen to be like a top 10 to 15 receiver. I am surprised that he is number 4. I like not that surprised. I guess at the end of the day, I'm a little surprised. And I think the other one, honestly, is Michael Pittman. He's quietly putting together a nice campaign this year.
Yeah.
I think if he had his original quarterback, it would be better.
Oh yeah,
I think the biggest, Devontae Adams has been a ghost the past few weeks. So it just shows you how strong he started off versus what's been going on. I mean, he is like I think last week, like 1 week, he had like 1 reception for 7 yards. It's just like, what? How does Devontae Adams have 1 reception for 7 yards?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jimmy G.
How do you not get the ball in your best player's hands? You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, fucking run like a jet sweep and get the ball in his hands to do something.
You see, Josh Jacobs isn't even number one. Like you would think that if Devontae Adams was that low, that Josh Jacobs would be higher.
Yeah.
Like because they're like, okay, they're just running the shit out of the ball, and that's why. But no,
No, I mean this last game, Josh Jacobs had a very very good game, but I mean before that he was mediocre. You know, having a rough season. So I don't know. Maybe with all the coaching staff change and everything that the Raiders like they hit that same kind of little run that they did last year, where they're happy that everyone got fired, so they're actually putting in the work at that
Mhm.
point. But yeah, it's a weird situation over there in LA or yeah LV for the Raiders. Just yeah, the Devontae Adams one. It hurts even
where
more because
is
he's undroppable. I'm just kidding.
where's 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 Justin Jefferson at this point?
Justin Jefferson
To think that
is.
Justin Jefferson would be the second Vikings wide receiver is ridiculous. I know injury, shit happens, but
I mean, he put
That
up
one, that one hurt
109.
me.
Yeah, he put up 109 before he even got injured.
uh,
So
I mean, do you see Jordan Addison up there? Like,
yeah, it's like this is like all these points right here are what Justin Jefferson would have had if he didn't get hurt,
hmm
Yep.
essentially. So he'd be like right up here, probably in the 200s with AJ Brown and Tyreek Hill. But look at AJ Brown, man. He's just been every week putting up numbers.
I think I think he
He's
has
been, he's
was
been
it
on fire.
5 weeks in a row?
125 plus yards.
hmm
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been on fire.
yeah. What 67 for 1,000 yards with 6 touchdowns. I mean,
hmm
and like the crazy thing about
Yeah.
like so like for me, like Keenan Allen and AJ Brown, like they're up there in their years now, and they're
hmm
still playing at that caliber.
Balling out.
Yeah, shouts to them. They probably went down, got some like stem cell bullshit, and they're good to go.
I think I think they started maybe praying to the same people that Aaron Rodgers does.
Oh, okay.
Some voodoo god or something.
They hooked up with Aaron Rodgers on the offseason.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that guy's already walking around. It's fucking crazy.
hmm
Watch him come back at the end of the year.
Voodoo magic, baby.
The Jets just got to keep it close, right?
If they can keep relevant, if they can keep somehow, some way make it into the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised to see Aaron Rodgers back.
Which is crazy.
Same. Same. It is crazy how quick he is healed,
hmm
especially being that he's like 40. He's
Yeah,
not, he's not like 24.
yeah.
It's just wild.
I
hmm
mean, you think about it. Like Kyler Murray went down at the end of last season with an Achilles ACL, and he is not back still. And we're going into week 10 of this season.
Yeah,
And if Aaron
it's
Rodgers is
wild.
already walking around, it's like, man, if they can get that guy to do a 3-step drop, they're putting him in the goddamn game.
Yeah,
hmm
seriously.
Yeah, because you can't get any worse than Zach Wilson, right?
No.
Uh,
Yes.
Wait, before you, I was gonna say
oh,
before you click.
yep. Go ahead.
No, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. No, go to 10. I was gonna try and guess the top three because I haven't looked at the top 10 for tight ends, but I've already seen it, so it's
Oh,
irrelevant now.
my bad. All right. So sitting at top 10, obviously Travis Kelsey, number one, even though his last week sucked. T.J. Hawkinson at number 2, Mark Andrews at number 3, Sam Laporta at number 4, Cole Kmet at number 5, George Kittle, Evan Ingram, Dallas Goddard, Taysom Hill, and Dalton Schultz knocking out the top 10. All right,
Yep.
take it
I
away,
feel like
guys.
that is as straightforward as I possibly could have expected the top 10 to go, with the only surprise here being Sam Laporta. That's it. And it's only because he's a rookie, so like we didn't really know what to expect from him. But outside of that, though, like top 3 was pretty much a lock going into the season. Like I said, I think seeing Laporta at 4 is awesome. Komet's had a nice
She's running in
season.
here.
What?
Oh, nothing. The Natalie came home. dog was in here whining, so I did it. So I tried to cover my mouth and tell her, "Hey, can you get the dog out?"
Fair. But where is Kyle Pitts this season?
Way down. No, what I'm honestly
Whoops.
Taysom Hill, like I'm surprised, but I'm not that he's that high. I expect Taysom Hill to be like a 11, 12, 13 tight end. I mean, with how they utilize him, like I get it, but I didn't expect him to be top 10.
I think this is a
I
little
mean,
bit.
look at his stat line. He's
Yeah.
got 72 passing yards for a touchdown, 255 rushing for 3 touchdowns, and then 142 receiving yards and a touchdown. It's just like he's just a he's never going to be number 1, but if they continue to utilize him the way that he will, he'll probably end this season as a top 10 tight end. And it's like one of those things that you take into the next year and you're just like, okay, like they continue to commit to using him this way. And so like if you have like a late tight end pickup, he's not a bad one to take.
Oh no,
So
definitely.
go ahead.
No, you're good.
You know
Go
who's
ahead.
been on an uptick lately? Right there, you see it just out of the mix there. Jake Ferguson. They've been
Yep.
using him more and more. Dak started to get a little like confidence in him, but also who's been on the uptick lately is Dalton Schultz.
Yep. I mean,
Dalton
that's the
Schultz.
whole that's the
We
Texans
wrote him
receiving
off.
corp right there.
We wrote him off week 4. We said this guy's trash season. Like, get rid of him.
You drafted him, didn't you?
And I got rid of him.
I think I drafted him in one league too, and I got rid of him.
Mm-hmm. What's worse is Natalie picked him up, and she's been doing well with him.
Yeah,
he's been on fire. I will say I think it's crazy that Jonnu Smith is above Kyle Pitts when Kyle Pitts was a first round tight end pick by the Falcons. And he's in my opinion been like a bust. And I don't know if it's that Falcons offense because it just feels like that team sucks.
even though they have the weapons.
Yeah, like like they have Drake London, they have Pitts. Apparently, they have Jonnu Smith, they have Bijan Robinson. It's like, what's going on there? I feel like they should be a really strong. Maybe Desmond Ridder just sucks that much.
There it is. I was trying to get it.
Yeah.
Ridder, get ridder of him.
Hey, I see what you did there.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, outside of that though, this is like for me, this is pretty standard. I think a lot of people expected Waller to be a little bit higher on this list, but like again, it's everything that has to do with the. Yeah, I mean, I think the entire Giants offense has been one gigantic disappointment this year.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Giant players anywhere close to the top 10 of anything, any position.
No, the Giants suck.
I mean,
I think they're the worst team in the NFL right now.
I mean, there's the Cardinals, but
there's the Panthers. Yeah. I think Cardinals beat the Panthers any day.
I don't know, man. The Panthers always have our number. Doesn't matter what. Like I think even on the season we went like 8-0. Like towards the end of the season, Carolina beat us, and they were like 1-12 at that point. So for some reason, that fucking team always beats us. I hate them. But yeah,
Jonah. That must suck. That must suck to have a team that always beats you. Like being a Cowboys fan to watch the Cardinals fucking destroy you every year.
Yeah, man, you guys should just do better. It's crazy.
Hey, at least we got the Giants number.
Everyone's got the Giants
number. Everybody's got the Giants
that number is on the bathroom stall at NFL headquarters.
The Cardinals don't have the Giants number.
I know. The Cardinals have their own fucking number. It's crazy. Well, let's see how it goes with Kyler Murray coming back. Maybe we can skate by and fuck up our draft picks for next year. But let's go ahead. I mean, like you said, Sam Laporta. He's definitely. I think we could go back to week 2, week 3. I was high on this kid, and he's just continued to perform. So I mean, Theo has him here in this league. I think 3 out of my 6 leagues I have him, and he's just been constant. In one league I have Cole Kmet and Sam Laporta, so it's a hard toss up to who to play every week. But Laporta's just been inching him out, but we'll see.
Well, I think Kmet's slightly inflated for 1 week as well, though.
Yeah. I don't think Kmet's been. We could look at it real quick, but I don't think Kmet has been like a stable. So yeah, he's got
He's got a couple big weeks and
Yeah,
then a
he's got-
couple tiny weeks.
Yeah, he's got a 2.9 week here. He's got a 4 point week. But besides that, I mean, 7, 9, that's tight end numbers. And then he's got 27, 15, 17, and 23.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's
Yeah.
definitely been trending a little bit better. The 27 is a little inflated because that's against Denver. I mean, one of these teams had to win, right?
Mhm.
At that point. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely getting he's up in his targets now. So that's looking good for Cole Kmet. It's just that situation over there. It's either Cole Kmet getting the ball or DJ Moore. It's not really much more to that.
Yeah, I'm still starting
I don't know how much longer we're going to
Laporta
be.
over
So go ahead and
Kmet.
just eat. I'll get out there as soon as I
Yeah,
can.
look, I mean, Laporte's just
I
had
know
like
he's probably hungry.
it's just been steady. 8,
It's
11,
it's
22.
yeah, it's so consistent.
Hey, hold on. Can I just say something? Okay, so not only does Natalie understand that I'm doing this on her anniversary, right? But she literally just crawled in here, didn't say a word, got my attention ever so slightly so I could mute it so she could ask me a question because she does not want to interrupt this. Let's just
All right,
let's just take a second.
Respect.
And that's why
Respect.
Yeah,
that's why you put a
she's
ring on
outside the
her.
door laughing right now. I can hear it, but she's just like not only does she give up our anniversary for this, but then she doesn't even like get in the screen. She crawls in like VIP.
I mean, that's why you put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's the one.
That's the reason.
That's the reason. Just because she doesn't bug you during the podcast. That's the whole reason.
Zing!
But yeah, I mean, nothing too shocking here other than like the standout.
Hold on, don't click on anything.
Okay.
I mean, I think we can skip kickers. Nobody wants to fucking see that. But don't click on defense yet.
Yep.
Chad, give me top 5.
Ravens, Jets, Cowboys, Saints, and Bengals.
Okay.
You didn't put the Eagles up there.
Oh, I forgot. You know what? I hate that team so much that I try not to think about them.
Yet you say the Cowboys. Hey, we're moving up.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's my top 5. I'm gonna stick with it. Let's see how it
Okay.
is.
All right, Nick, you got your top 5?
No, I don't know. I look at who I have in all 4 leagues.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. I'll do it real quick. I'll do Cowboys, 49ers, Eagles.
in order?
No, not in order. Just top
Okay.
5. Yeah, Cowboys, 49ers, Eagles. I'll throw Pittsburgh in there, and then I'll throw the Jets.
Oh
in there.
yeah.
I
I
think
think
that's
you
the top
guys
5.
both. I think you
Pittsburgh
guys
D is
both
good.
forgot about Tampa Bay though.
Yeah, Tampa Bay has been. But I think they're like top 8. Let's see. All right.
Cowboys, Ravens,
Yes!
Browns,
Browns,
Chiefs?
Kansas City,
Yeah.
New
What?
Orleans. What? That's the top
Mhm.
5. Well, I went.
How
I
about,
went,
how
I
about
went
me
1 for
calling the
5.
Saints there though?
You did call the
I
Saints.
got the
Nah.
Saints.
I went 1 for 5. Chad got what, 3?
Browns. Yeah, I got the Cowboys, Ravens, and Saints.
So I would have
Um,
had Cowboys Ravens just because I following up off on defense, but I think I would have missed. I think I would have been 2 for 5.
Yeah, I don't expect the
Browns and the
Browns. I don't
Chiefs,
expect the
huh?
Chiefs. I mean, Saints have been having a decent year, but damn,
Mm-hmm.
the Ravens are only 6 points behind the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. And the Cowboys had those couple huge weeks to start. So
Yep.
I mean, I feel good about my Cowboys pick. I know I caught grief about that, and then you guys are like, oh, maybe he might know what he's talking about, and then they're like, no, he doesn't. But I
Hey,
feel okay about it.
You got it. You got it. But
Yeah.
It's pretty close right here from what 3rd to 7th. It's all within
Well,
2
defenses
points.
don't really.
Yeah,
I mean, I think you can almost go to 25, and it's not going to be a huge difference between.
yeah. I mean, the Cardinals at
Yep.
25. They're at 47, so they almost have double.
Yeah.
Not maybe close.
But the top 10, top 15, those are all close within each other.
Jets surprise the shit out of me that they're that low.
Yeah. A lot of people invested in the Jets. They were supposed to have a killer defense, but when your offense ain't performing and your defense is always on the field, there's not really much you can do at that point. The Steelers are a shocker for me because they haven't had the best offense, but their defense has been keeping them in the game.
Historically,
games.
I think historically, you can put the Steelers up in top 10 every single season. You don't even have to think about it. You're like, top 10, okay, well, let me just throw the Steelers in there. Like,
Yeah, historically they've always had a good defense, but it's like I said, it's another one of those situations. Like, I mean, the Jets are two below them, and everyone was raving about. I was one of the one. I was like, the Jets defense is
we
going to be
all were.
fucking like amazing. So I mean, you can see what an offense does to you. So I mean, for the Steelers to be still in like the games compared to
I
like the Jets, I think the Steelers are in a way better position right now than the Jets are.
just want you to look at those Cowboys touchdowns.
5 defensive touchdowns.
Wow,
Fuck, ridiculous.
The rest of the
that's
top
crazy.
The rest of the top 10 only have 6.
That's that's ridiculous, and they're doing it without Diggs.
Yeah, they're doing it without Trayvon Diggs.
Yep.
The crazy thing is, though, like 5 defensive touchdowns, that's probably more than Dak Prescott's thrown for.
Wow.
Oh, bring it up.
I know it's more than that. It's a joke. It's a joke.
No, that's a stupid
joke.
joke.
It's a stupid
You
joke.
shut your damn mouth.
Well, I mean, but weren't like 3 of these defensive touchdowns against Daniel Jones? Did he throw like
2.
2?
2.
Okay,
I think 2.
2. Okay, so it's still 3
I don't-
across the other teams. So you love
Yeah.
to see it. You love to see it. I mean, they find a way to score.
Well, click on week 1. And I think they should just up above the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep, right here. So week 1, they had 2 touchdowns
2 against New England, and then 1
against LA.
against LA. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but to be honest, if we're gonna be honest here, Nick, these are some flatant numbers because Arizona they did 1. San
Oh, you
Francisco,
shut
they
your
did
mouth. You get off the
-1.
screen. Just hit that X.
Chargers they did 4.
We don't even talk about it.
They did more on their bye week than they did against the San Francisco.
We don't need to talk about this, man.
Okay. They're number one defense. Number one defense.
Hey, there it is.
But yeah, we're getting up here on an hour and a half of the podcast, so we're gonna be calling it
3 weeks. I think we owe it.
Yeah, we owed it a little bit, but also it's Nick's anniversary, so we're gonna let him go. Any last comments before we go?
No, it's been a good season. It's it's been fun. We're gonna definitely make sure that we are more consistent for the remainder of the year as we get down to crunch time. Sorry again, guys, for missing a couple weeks and for not even recording my audio. That's on me.
No, I mean, well, we had. Let's see, what did we have in those weeks? We had an engagement preparation. We had COVID. We had family matters. We had travel, like
World Series.
Yeah,
World Series. Yeah, like we had so many things thrown at us, and we're busy people. Like Wednesdays is our day where it's like, okay, we're gonna set aside some time, and we've just been getting hammered. So, sorry, not sorry, really.
Yeah, I mean,
like
at the end of the day, like we're all human, like, but we're gonna try to be a little bit more consistent going forward. And like you mentioned, like 2 members out of the 3 here got COVID during these last 4 weeks. And then vacation time, family time, preparation for other things. Like life comes at us fast, but we try to make it our best for you guys. We try,
and let it be known we tried. We tried to like squeak in a time. Like, hey, we got an hour here. Can we do it? No, I can't. Oh, hey, we got an hour here. Can we do it? Yeah, sure. No, never mind. COVID. Thanks.
We're here for the people, just so you know.
Yeah.
We're here for the people. We're doing our best. And at the end of the day, honestly, I would just blame Chris.
Yeah. I think Chris is the problem for all of this. To be honest.
Yeah.
Well, Chris and Kim.
Yeah. A plus comment, Nick. A plus comment.
Can we even mention?
I
her
see
name
what
anymore?
you did there.
I think we treat her like Voldemort for the rest of the podcast. Just she shall not be named. It's rough for her. It's rough for her.
Until I see an uptick, I'm down.
I'm down. Voldemort.
Down to clown.
Down to clown. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys watching as always. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Anything?
One last thing before you go. So no, I mean we all know. Well, Chad, you haven't met her, but you're on her top 100 list. Mama Bat just had surgery, so we're wishing all good things for her.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course.
Hope
So
everything goes well.
yeah, everything went all right with the surgery, so we're just hoping that nothing comes up. But we're just throwing thoughts out there. So
Yeah, always. Mama Bat, we love her.
Speedy recovery.
Mhm.
100%. 100%. She's got
So
this.
sorry, I had to bring it down before we bring it back up.
No. I
Get
mean,
out of here.
Nah,
she's
no,
on
no,
all
no,
our
respect,
prayers.
respect.
We appreciate her and everything she does, and she's
Mhm.
awesome. Like Chad said, speedy recovery for Mama Bat.
Mhm.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week. We will see you back here in week 10 to tell you how all our teams did bad. So yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. We're gonna all go like 0-15 or whatever the hell leagues we're in, but
Oh,
it's coming one of these weeks.
One of these weeks is going to happen.
Can't wait.
Can't
Can't
wait.
wait. Can't wait.
All right. Love you. Bye.